In a dramatic escalation of the ongoing conflict, the Islamic Republic of Iran has announced the imposition of a toll or tax on all ships carrying crude oil through the strategic Strait of Hormuz. The new levy is set at $1 per barrel of crude oil transported through the waterway. Iranian officials have further asserted that the nation possesses full rights to control the Gulf of Khorasan, a reference to the Gulf of Oman, or the broader Persian Gulf region, as its own sovereign territory. This move represents a direct challenge to the international community's established principles of maritime law, which have long considered the Strait of Hormuz an international shipping lane. The UN Security Council faces a legal dilemma. The UN Security Council is currently studying the legal status of the Gulf of Khorasan in response to a formal complaint from a member nation, likely Bahrain or another Gulf Arab state, which argues that Iran's actions violate the world body's exclusive rights regarding international waterways. International lawyers at the Security Council are examining a fundamental question: what can be done legally to counter Iran's claims, and what cannot? The core legal issue revolves around the fact that the Strait of Hormuz is not a man-made structure but a natural phenomenon, a geographic feature formed by the collision of tectonic plates and rising sea levels thousands of years ago. No single nation created it, and therefore no single nation, under traditional interpretations of the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea UNCLOS, can claim exclusive ownership or the right to tax its use. India's warning: retaliation for any attack. India, a major Asian power and a significant consumer of Gulf oil, has issued a stark warning. New Delhi expects that Indian-flagged ships will continue to pass through the Strait of Hormuz. If any Indian vessel is attacked or impeded, India will immediately retaliate. Indian officials have declared that the Strait of Hormuz is not the exclusive property of any country. It is a customary international shipping route, not a sea route created by the labor of the Iranian people. As an international strait, it falls under the legal regime of transit passage, which guarantees the right of ships of all nations to pass through without hindrance. The new tariff system, payment in yuan or Royal Siren, is now implementing a new tariff system based on the price of oil per barrel. Notably, Iran is requesting payment not in US dollars, the traditional currency of global oil trade, but in Chinese yuan or Saudi riyals. The first step in this process was taken by Iran's National Security Committee, which passed a law authorizing the charging of ships using the waterway. The system reportedly includes examination of shipping documents and military checks, naval escort services to facilitate safe passage for all ships presented as a package of services. Iran will provide collection of detailed information about each ship, including ownership of flag state, cargo list, destination list, and automatic identification system AIS data. Transmission of documents to the command of Amokan province, a province bordering the Strait of Oman, where the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Navy has deployed a surveillance ship for communication. The inspection and payment process. According to reports, the process unfolds as follows. 1. Inspection. If a ship passes the initial inspection, the fee process begins. 2. Payment. The fee is calculated at $1 per barrel, but payment is not accepted in US dollars. Instead, Iran demands payment in Chinese yuan, Saudi riyals, or other approved currencies. 3. Permit issuance. Once payment is approved and received, the Revolutionary Guard provides the ship with a permit code. 4. Flag and guarantee. The ship then travels and FLIs the flag of the country that has been granted a guarantee to pass through the Strait of Oman. The ship may also change to the flag of another country alongside the flag of its official registration. 5. Radio broadcast. When the ship reaches a safe place, it is noted as a vessel that has been granted a guarantee. While traveling in the strait, it broadcasts its permit code on the radio. 6. Naval escort. High-speed patrol boats then meet the ship near the coast and escort it between the islands along the route. Pakistan's arrangement. A precedent. The recent case of Pakistan illustrates how the system works in practice. Iran has agreed to allow Pakistan to operate 20 vessels through the Strait of Oman. These are not Pakistani-flagged ships, and the arrangement has not been officially reported. As of April 3rd, Iran is known to control the strait, imposing a 21 to 24-hour time limit for passage, which extends 12 hours beyond the territorial sea. This includes the implementation of strategic cargo routes. The geography of the Strait of Oman is approximately 100 nautical miles long. However, It is located within 21 nautical miles between the territorial waters of Saudi Arabia, referred to as Aramco, and Oman. This makes the Strait of Oman a narrow strait by international standards. Iran possesses a coastline of 1,000 nautical miles along the Gulf, making it one of the most strategically significant and dangerous choke points in the region. The coastal provinces leading to Iran are mountainous, making access and entry difficult for any potential invading force. Trapped ships and joint Iran-Oman protocol. According to the International Maritime Organization (IMO), there are approximately 2,000 large and small ships currently trapped in the entire Gulf of Oman. At the mouth of the Strait of Oman, 16 Iranian ships are waiting to inspect incoming vessels. However, Iran and Oman are currently working on a joint protocol to control passage through the Strait of Oman, according to Iran's IRI news agency, citing an official source. Qasimi Babli, Iran's Deputy Foreign Minister for Legal and International Affairs, stated that the traffic of oil tankers through the route should be monitored and coordinated by both countries. Qasimi added that these requirements will not mean restrictions. Rather, they are designed to facilitate and ensure safe passage and provide better service to ships passing through the route. By involving Oman, which shares a coastline along the strait, Iran is attempting to create a veneer of international legitimacy for its control. Economic fallout. Oil prices soared. News has hit global markets hard, as stocks fell sharply following reports that the Iranian war could continue for weeks after talks with Oman intensified. Oil prices initially rose overnight, then fluctuated, before reaching a record high on Tuesday amid reports that Oman had raised hopes that the Strait of Hormuz could reopen, but in a form that has been dormant for a long time, likely meaning under Iranian-controlled terms. The crude market is currently under intense pressure. S&P Global reported that crude prices hit $141.36 per barrel on Thursday, their highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. This price covers all crude shipments scheduled for the next 10 to 30 days. The sharp rise reflects the physical supply constraints caused by the disruption of Iran's closure of the Strait of Hormuz itself. For context, oil prices had remained below $100 per barrel for most of the past decade. A spike to $141 represents a potential global recessionary shock. The US 15-point proposal and the sovereignty question. It is worth noting that the US's 15-point proposal for ending the war includes a reference to the sovereignty of the Strait of Hormuz, an issue that Iran has long acknowledged as a matter of international concern. However, countries that have been hit by Iranian attacks now face even greater restrictions on travel through the strait. The UN Security Council resolution. Russia and China's opposition Iran has proposed a new UN Security Council resolution to address the situation, but it faces opposition from China and Russia. Both permanent members have expressed reluctance about allowing countries to use force to secure the vital waterway through which Iran has cut off all shipping. The final version of the proposal, obtained by the Associated Press (AP), is notable for what it does not include. It is not about defending against attacks to ensure that ships can pass through the Strait of Hormuz. Rather, it focuses on implementing protective measures on the waterway through which the world's oil flows, measures that would effectively legitimize Iran's control. The initial proposal called for all countries to use all necessary means to secure the Strait of Hormuz and the Gulf of Oman to gain passage and to prevent any attempts to sabotage the waterway. Iran then modified this version, removing the authorization for military force. France, China, and other nations are now seeking to postpone the vote on this resolution, likely to allow for further diplomatic negotiations. Trump's warning. Bombing to continue. President Donald Trump has issued a warning that the United States and Israel may continue bombing Iran for the next 3 weeks. He did not, however, give an end date for the overall conflict. Meanwhile, Iran continues to attack the country's energy sites and has stated that the blockade of the Strait of Hormuz is a pain for the whole world, a pain, Iranian officials add, that Trump did not expect. Conclusion. A dangerous precedent. Iran's imposition of a toll on the Strait of Hormuz represents a dangerous new precedent. If successful, it would effectively legitimize the idea that a coastal nation can tax international shipping passing through a natural strait, a direct challenge to the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea, which guarantees transit passage through international straits. The involvement of Oman in a joint protocol adds a layer of diplomatic complexity, potentially dividing the Gulf Arab states. India's threat of retaliation raises the possibility of a direct military confrontation between Indian and Iranian forces. And the spike in oil prices to $141 per barrel threatens a global economic crisis reminiscent of 2008. As the UN Security Council debates, as Russia and China resist military action, and as Trump threatens continued bombing, the world watches. The Strait of Hormuz remains closed to normal traffic, and the pain as Iran intended is being felt everywhere.